My baby, my Valentine. Can I you the making what temperature is? If you leave me all good, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Love me, you don't me. I am so obsessed. I want to pull up, never need it. Pull up, make I see you love. Yeah, my love, make me bad man.
I go spend. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now in my con, they carry for my head every night. Now you I want it. No, no, no. Don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never riding solo, no. And we got lucky, no need to. I'm feeling what you're doing, oh yeah, baby, gotta go, gotta go. Your body, they. Make I see you, now you where they got my fancy. Don't they do me, I get banky, oh no, 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 no.
Or should I be early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it spend my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you. Hey, give me, baby, make you give me. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. Don't need them, make I look pretty. You won't make us enjoy me before you go see me. Fine girl, you know your body bad. Same body bad can make you for Ghana. Here, dancing for me, baby, pan. Come and give me show.
There you go again. You wanna know your own rodeo again. Yeah, you put me out just to flash that smile and last on the year. But I've been here 1,000 times, I don't wanna go again. I've been here 1,000 times, 1,000 it won't be so bad, cause I don't really wanna talk about it. Many times you hurt me so much. Many times you hurt me so much.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Now the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe, DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Duran out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. Then there's Hayes. And it's Ivey in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nets, they've got Simmons. Harris is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the center position.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle. And the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance. And this is what you want Ivey doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Irving dishes to Harris. Now, here is O'Neal. Inside, here's Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Because so few players have that kind of arsenal. When they get to the inside and have to finish, Kyrie Irving becomes elite.
From downtown, the shot by Ivey, no good. Outside, Simmons. And they double up Simmons. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Irving passes to Harris. No good from outside. Now here's Hayes. Guarded by Harris. Hayes, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Stewart. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Down low. A shot's good from Claxton.
At 6'11", with his passing skills, Simmons will always find the open man.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
A shot's good from Hayes.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
And the Nets with possession here, following the 3 by Detroit. Out to Harris. Here's the 3. Rebound, Detroit. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
And you can't give Harris any breathing room to shoot, especially when he's looking to fire the 3-ball.
Here's Ivey. They get it back. No good that time. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Pass to Simmons. Back to Irving for 3. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Irving's got 5.
Playing with a bunch of different stars throughout his career, Kyrie has learned to be effective without the ball in his hand.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch. He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Ivey with the bucket.
And just so physically gifted, Ivey just brushes off contact and knocks it down.
Nobody near Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Detroit's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Stewart finds Hayes. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. From past the arc. Here's Durham. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And the free throw, no good. You know, Brent, after a few years of small ball getting even smaller, it's feeling like now there is a resurgence of the big man.
Yeah, I don't know, Kevin, if that's because last year we had 3 potential MVP candidates that all played a bigger position. But you got to have one of those guys in order for you to say that we are going to accentuate the biggest player on the floor to do the things needed to get wins.
Here's Irving. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Pass to Harris, looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Stewart.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Nets trail by 6. Simmons passes to Claxton. Here's the teardrop. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Bogdanovich. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's now 9 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Let's go, everyone. I need it to get loud in here for your Brooklyn.
Nets trail by 8. Here's Harris. And nothing is falling for him right now.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Duran, no good. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
Bogdanovich passes to Ivey. A rebound by the Nets. You know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And after all the drama and wanting out, Kyrie Irving remains a net. Feels like a bit of a farewell tour, but winning can heal all, and you never know what the future may hold, especially with Kyrie.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Kyrie's such an unpredictable player in a lot of ways, but when he's on, there's few players in the league that can match up with his pure scoring ability.
Good on both. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Detroit. Irving misses.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And it's in there.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket. And they weren't special that time.
Pass to Claxton. He kicks it to O'Neal. Right side Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Connects on the 17-footer. Irving's got 9 points.
And Irving is so difficult to stay with in the pick and roll. The moment he gets that kind of room, he's going to pull.
And Hayes throws it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
The kick out to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
Let's hear it. Make some noise. The team fight.
And a new group in for the Nets. Watanabe's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Warren comes in for O'Neal. Curry's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Mills in for Simmons. Detroit leading by 6. And here's Joseph for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Irving from long range. Again, Irving missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bay. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
On the wing, Irving. Lets it go from 14. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And the basket by Livers. And the Pistons lead by 9. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. The dish now to Warren. Burks against Irving, and stolen by Noel. Now here's Bay. Defense is right there. Sinks the three-pointer.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's Irving, and he finishes nicely on the layup. 15 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
The Nets making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Nets trail by 10. Mills looking it over. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. With social media and the cult celebrity, a lot of pitfalls for players. Brent, is the NBA doing a good job preparing them to face those very public challenges?
It's a really good question, Kevin. And I think what's interesting is to study players who've been in the NBA for a while that are embracing social media versus what you're seeing with younger players who have grown up with social media and how they handle that dynamic coming in. And I think, quite frankly, the younger players are a lot better at doing it than some of the older players.
Now, here's Curry. 32 points for him last game against Philadelphia. And Thomas has it in the corner. To the inside. Watanabe kicks it to Mills. Warren with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Warren the pass to Mills. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Mills passes to Warren. And it's Warren with the jam.
Yeah, Warren hungry to get in there and get his hands on the rim. Two more for him.
Near the three-point line, it's Joseph. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Curry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Right side, Joseph. Drives to the hoop. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Mills kicks to Warren. There's the pick. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
There's Bay. And there's another one for the Pistons.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Curry after the basket by Detroit. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Edmund Sumner's checked in for the Nets. And a switcher also for Detroit. Knox is checked in. .43 seconds left in the first. And Sumner gets it to go.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
The three from Joseph. Another 3 for Detroit.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Here's Watanabe. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Thomas. Rebound, Detroit. Thomas with the steal. to the paint. And it's Warren with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
It's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Here's Thomas. With 2 seconds left. No good on the last second attempt there. What a performance for Bojan Bogdanovic. He has been the story for the Detroit Pistons. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Nets trail by 11. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Bogdanovic out there with Knox. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Joseph in at the 1. Brent, how has size now affected the way the game is played?
Well, if I could just take a detour, Kevin, I would tell you it's skill that has affected the way the game is played. I mean, this has always been a tall man's game, and usually it's been dominated by the biggest guys. But that's not the case anymore. So you look at 6'4" to 6'7" guys who are skilled to shoot, pass, and dribble. That's what every team is looking for, and that's the way the modern NBA team, especially a championship caliber team, is made.
The first one falls.
Improving every season he's been in the league. Harris is quietly one of the best perimeter shooters in the game.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Detroit leading by 10. Leaner from distance. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there is no quit in what Isaiah Stewart will do on the glass.
So it's Brooklyn now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Here's Claxton. He's coming off a 25-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Hayes is checked in for Corey Joseph.
With the line for the Pistons, Killian Hayes.
Here's Sumner, covered by Hayes. Sumner passes to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. For the 3. Trains the three-pointer. Harris has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn.
And, you know, over time, we've seen Harris become much more assertive. Have to respect how much he believes in his jump shot.
He's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Here's O'Neal with the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Tries a three. Diallo, no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 6. O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And Simmons, he's checked in for Edmund Sumner. And Detroit with a change here, too. Duren, he's checked in for Kevin Knox. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Kyrie Irving, one of the quickest players in the game, so he's outstanding at forcing the issue when he wants on the drive.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. They've drained a good number from beyond the arc this year.
The first free throw is good. Ivey's checked in for the Pistons. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Knocks down the three ball. Hayes has got his third basket of the night right there.
And Hayes getting better at that pull-up, shooting it with confidence.
And Killian Hayes, born in America, yet didn't play high school basketball. That's unheard of.
Well, Killian's dad played a bunch of years in Europe, and he really loved his time in France, so he believed the best way for Killian to develop his game was to play pro ball in France.
Harris against Bogdanovich. Harris dishes to Irving. Over Ivey. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Irving.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The shot's good from Hayes.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivey is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Brooklyn's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And on the way from Irving for 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Ivey with the bucket.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Here's Simmons following the 3 by Detroit. Claxton the pass to Irving. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Over Irving. Duren, no good. Nets trail by 9. And Simmons kicks to Irving. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Duren. That one goes. Count it. Duren's got 6. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Mills, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Bays checked in for Detroit. Harris finds Irving. Over Ivey. No good from Irving.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And slam dunk by Ivey.
Man, can Ivey fly? I mean, a big-time finisher.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Fans, please give a round of applause for your next youth dance team.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Nets. It's a 13-point game. To end the run, Simmons trying to get open. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Kyrie making that look effortless. That shot is so well within his comfort zone.
Bogdanovic count the basket. Bogdanovic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
The Nets shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Kyrie, Irving. At the line one time.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
See some of the numbers here for Joe Harris. Pass to Mills. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Drills it from outside. O'Neal's got 8 points in the quarter.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
The shot's good from Hayes.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
And here is Simmons. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
6 to shoot. Hook shot. No good on the shot.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bay, no good. Nets trail by 11. Simmons can't get it to go. The Pistons have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. There's the drive, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And with Ivey, he gives you the physical traits you want at guard. Long, strong, athletic, lots of upside.
And that one falls for Ivey. And Ivey especially effective in the open floor.
Outstanding burst and speed, plays with a high motor, and he's always in attack mode.
It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Kyrie Irving. Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Killian Hayes is a PG, and he's got vision, so you get open, he'll find you.
And it's Mills with the ball for Brooklyn. Passes it to Irving. Outside, Simmons. Back to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Irving's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Goes up the baseline. A second chance effort. Shot's good by Duren. Duren's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pistons.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you.
This is some of what he does best. Mills can shoot from downtown.
A three ball. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass to O'Neal. He dishes it to Irving. Over Ivey. 6 on the shot clock. Harris, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Shot's good by Duran.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Timeout called, the Nets. So for the Nets, Watanabe's checked in for Royce O'Neal. TJ Warren comes in for Harris. And it's Seth Curry in for Irving. Here's Mills. He has 6. The feed to Simmons. The 3. Mills can't hit. Pistons leading by 18. Pass to Burks. Shoots over Curry. Again, the Pistons score.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Simmons dishes to Warren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
He's high percentage from this kind of area on the floor. TJ Warren daring the defense to hit him when he's this close.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, TJ Warren believes he can score, and he's done it a lot. Every year he ups the ante and wants to add more to his game. Defensively, maybe a little more focused.
Thomas checked in for Brooklyn. Both free throws good from Warren. Pistons leading by 18. Here's Livers. Here's Noel. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mills passes to Watanabe. And the rejection by Noel. Burks on the wing. Over Mills. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Now, here's Warren. He has 6. Thomas against Bay. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Nets. Curry kicks to Mills. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Mills has got 9.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And the basket by Livers. Nets trail by 21. Mills with it. 9 points in the game so far. Curry with a wide open look. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
There's the pass to Noel. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Noel's got his second basket of the game.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Last 2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
Now Curry. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Burks looking around, shoots over Mills, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there. The Nets shooting in the second quarter right around 48%. Mills passes to Watanabe. Outside Thomas. Passes it to Mills. Over Hayes. And it's blocked. 1:19 left now here in the second. Bay. And he goes in for the dunk.
Bay doing a good job. I know he knocks down threes, but mixing it up, doing a little bit of this drive game, that's going to help him out.
Nets shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Now here's Mills. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Curry passes to Watanabe. Over in the corner, Warren. The Nets working the ball around now. That one good for 2.
Yeah, that's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
Pistons leading by 22. Here's Hayes. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Thomas. Back to Mills. Lets it go from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Here's Noel. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Hayes dishes to Burks. Shoots over Curry. Again, the Pistons score.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Curry is inside. Burks covering. Curry can't get it to go. So here's Burks. Shoots over Curry. To beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You look at the Pistons, they knew it was going to be a tough year. And I got to say, it's been hard to watch them fight, looking through all these challenges. You hope they're learning something out there. Challenging times for the franchise.
Switching focus now, a tremendous showing in the first half for the Detroit Pistons.
They're scoring the ball with ease. The defense has done nothing to slow them down. This is what you look like when someone tried to use a small ball lineup against Shaq.
Well, thank you, Kenneth. I'd average 50. These youngers just don't know who the Diesel was.
I'd say 60.
That's right. Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half.
And you can see that quick twitch athleticism. Ivey is likely to spend a lot of time at the line in this league.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ivey.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 28 points for the game.
And this is when Kyrie is at his best, getting to his spots on the floor, executing, and playing with some aggressiveness.
Pass to Hayes. Dishes to Ivey. With the drive. Another shot. Shot's good by Duren. Duren's got 12.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Irving passes to Claxton. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
And Kyrie with that feel, man, it's so special, impressive. Finds a teammate, that's a direct dime.
He gets that one. 16 points for Jaden Ivey.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's got 10. Kicks to Simmons. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Hayes the pass to Ivey. Over Irving. Here's Stewart. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected. And here is Simmons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here's Ivey. 16 points for him. Simmons feeling it out a bit to the inside. The kick out to Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
I've seen Kyrie pull the trigger from right there when he's got his feet underneath him. Those percentages go way up.
Greg Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, Jordy. Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
Now, here is Irving over Ivey. No good from Irving. And there's the pass to Durant. Over to the wing. Shoots from the corner. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Claxton. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Ivey with the bucket. Ivey's got 8 here in the quarter.
And this young guy, Ivey, is doing anything he wants right now, dominating in effortless fashion.
Passes to Irving. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. It's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now, here's Ivey. Covered by Irving. Got that bucket in no time at all. Ivey's got 23.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Irving looking for an opening. Shot from the top of the key. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Ivey. Rebound, Brooklyn. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. It's the Nets now after the basket by Detroit. Pass to O'Neal. He kicks to Irving. Pocket 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jalen Duren.
Kyrie, certainly one of the craftiest players in the league with the ball in his hands. Just a nightmare to defend, especially in space.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
And the Nets may get a change here. Sumner's checked in. Then for the Pistons, Knox, he's checked in for Duren. Diallo comes in for Ivey. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Hayes. And that one falls for Irving. Both free throws good for Irving. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Detroit. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Bojan Bogdanovic. Right around 21 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
First one falls for him. And Joseph drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Nets have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Inside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Took him no time at all on that one. Joseph's got 12 points in the game. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
A nice shot by Irving.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Here's Diallo. Buries it down low.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's got 12. Feeds it to Simmons. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
And really, not much else you can do against Simmons. That close to the cup, this guy just too clever.
Trying his luck from deep. And again, it's the Pistons from deep. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Pass to Irving. Outside, Simmons. Back to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Pistons. Stewart's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Joseph. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Now here is O'Neal. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Claxton the pass to Sumner. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Knox.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
And when Bogdanovich has the hot hand, keep getting him the ball. An outstanding scorer who can light you up.
Outside Irving. And they get it. And the jumper is on the mark. Irving's got 41.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
There's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Irving. Can't hit that one. And the Pistons now going the other way. Diallo against Irving. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Stewart. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Stewart's got his third basket of the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Claxton. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. O'Neal misses. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Stewart misses. Simmons against Stewart. The pass to Sumner. Fires for 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Tries it from 19. Again, the Pistons score.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Nets shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Pass to O'Neal. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Irving. Down low. Dismissed.
But Stewart hustling over. He saw that shot coming, and he was there for the taking.
The baseline J. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Diallo's got 9. So it's Brooklyn now. Simmons passes to Claxton. Now the dish to Irving. To halt the run. It's good. Irving's got 43 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Bogdanovich goes in. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night. And Brooklyn has possession. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Diallo. 1:52 left to play in the third. Drains it from beyond the arc. The Nets shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Irving for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Bogdanovich has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Diallo. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Simmons. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist in the game.
And not being as aggressive from the 3-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
1:05 left in the third quarter. Here's Sumner. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Pass to Claxton. To the middle. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. And no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. In the corner, it's Diallo. Over Claxton. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Now here's Simmons. 6 points for him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 46 points.
Well, he just nailed his 2nd 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now. Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's hauled in by Diallo. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. So both teams making some changes here. On the court. Outside Warren. He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so is Detroit with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And, well, Detroit shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. You've got Sadiq Bey. Nerlens Noel is out there with Alec Burks. And it's Magruder in at the 2. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Outside Thomas. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initial, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Bey pulls it in. And Detroit has possession. Works with it. And Curry picks him up defensively.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now, here's Thomas. Back to Mills. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
Well, he lacks some size and some strength, but Mills creative in the inside to finish that one.
Mills has gone even 50% from the field, 5 of 10. Bey lays it up and banks it in.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Right side Curry. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Pistons.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The shot's good from Bey.
Bey can use a mix of power and finesse. He gets that close.
Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. And the wide open shot from Warren bangs home the trifecta.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
The shot's good from Bey.
At times that Bey would pass on the mid-range, now he's settling in.
Mills with it. To the inside. Stolen. Up top Bey. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And Bey, because he has that shooting ability behind the three-point line, he could put points up in a hurry.
Here's Mills. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Warren the pass to Watanabe. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing two bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
The three from Mills. That doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Livers. Nails it from the high post.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Watanabe. the elbow, it's Warren. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Warren's got 5 points now in the quarter.
TJ Warren trusts that shot. Trust me, fantastic at shooting with purpose off the pass. That's alliteration.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The three from Mills. Rebound by the Pistons. Now Burks. Pass to Bay. Lets it go with the three. Here's Noel. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for Brooklyn. He feeds it to Warren. And the rejection by Noel. Curry against Bay. Noel trying to break loose. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The pass to Curry. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist in this one.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Killian Hayes.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Burks, the pass delivers to the wing on the left. Here's Diallo. Detroit, no good that time either. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Now here's Mills. There's the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Mills has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice job by Patty getting to the inside there. He has such good quick feet. Tough to keep up with him.
Shot good by Diallo.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Now here's Mills. Outside Thomas. Back to Mills. Takes a three. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And here's Mills. The NBA announced its 75th anniversary team last year, Brent, with a lot of fanfare attached to it. What'd you think of the list?
I thought the list was pretty good. You can always argue a few guys should have been on it, and it's probably a tough pill to swallow for current guys who have had tremendous careers to this point. Guys who have played 8 or 9 years that didn't maybe make this particular list. I'll tell you this, Kevin. In 25 years, there'll be another list.
Now, here's Mills. Here's Thomas. Here's Morris. Doesn't go that time. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Burks. Noel down low. Second chance shot. Thomas grabs the rebound. Brooklyn's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Watanabe passes to Thomas. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Timeout called the Pistons. Edmund Sumner's checked in for Brooklyn. Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Works for 3. Miss number 4 for him from the floor. 7 for 11 field goal attempts. Thomas passes to Sumner, and the shot is good.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Burks. Shoots over Mills. Burks can't get it to go. The Nets shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Passes it to Sumner from outside the arc. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Their plan working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
The shot from 20 feet away. It's hauled in by Watanabe. Watanabe's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Mills. Launches it. Rebound, Detroit. Noel's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Puts it up from 17. A rebound by the Nets. Here's Sumner to the paint. Shot's good by Watanabe. Watanabe's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Burks for 3. He can't hit that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Sumner kicks to Mills. Outside Thomas. The tray. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
It's blocked.
Great timing as Knox gets up there and blows that one out.
Simmons checked in for Warren. Bogdanovich is checked in for Detroit. Corey Joseph comes in for Alec Burks. And Brooklyn has possession. Back to Simmons. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
Driving inside. Joseph, that's good. Mills with it. And the media is able to vote on awards like all rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Now Simmons. Pass to Sumner. He dishes it to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Thomas got 5 points now this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
That's good from Noel. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it seems the play-in tournament is here to stay, Brent. Has it worked out as well as you expected?
I think it's been great, Kevin. One of the things that could be adjusted, though, is maybe if you're the 8th seed and you have a 10-game lead on the 10th seed, there should be no reason why they should be competing in the postseason tournament. So maybe they do something with regards to the records as to whether or not a team qualifies. But the way it stands now has created the kind of drama and competition that the league has craved.
And he knocks down the first one.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
And the Nets making a change here. Warren's checked in. And Simmons drops them both. The Pistons shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. The three from Joseph. Rebounded by the Nets. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Joseph. Shot's good by Mills.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're in front by 33. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. From 13, and Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist from Joseph.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Knox, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in.
Stewart.
Six-second difference between the shot and game clock. Down low, here's Thomas. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And another turnover here by Detroit. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thomas surveying the D. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Patty Mills. And at the line, one time.
Free throw good. Mills.
Really a great free throw shooter. It's unfortunate Mills gets to the line infrequently, partly because of the minutes.
Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Warren for three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Joseph. No good. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.